I'm a truck driver here with Rosedale Transport. There's my trainee over here, Jose. We're over in Nashville, and I'm doing this little post. I put this link on this Facebook forum he's got going on. Well, let me just start from the beginning. Last night, I got a message, a offer, and I'm sure the guy's gonna delete it, but he or she sent me a link to join a Rosedale forum page, a complaint page for ex-drivers. Well, I believe in freedom of speech and all that, but the guy don't want to name his name, or she or he don't want to name his name, and he wants to just complain about Rosedale. Evidently the person must have got fired or something upset. So I figured if he could post his stuff, I could go on here and I could set the record straight. So I'm going to do a live real quick right here. I'll put the links all over this guy's page, or her page. So we're going to see if they comment, or I bet you they won't say who they are. My name is Sean. I got a YouTube channel called Trucking Life with Sean, and I post what I feel and how I feel about things. So hopefully the person on the page can go ahead and wants to say what he's got to say. So let me tell you the truth about Rosedale. I started here out of school back in 2008. I worked here 3.5 years. I left. I tried other companies. I tried Hot Shots. I went to Heartland, and I came back. I've been back here 3 years, and I'm proud to say it's one of the best companies that I've ever worked for. I don't work in the office, not an administrator, not a recruiter. I am a driver. I do train drivers, and I have a YouTube channel, and I love it here. Number one, the company is a great company. They treat you with respect, regardless of what this idiot on here, this joker is saying about, oh, they're bad. Listen, I've never had a bad violation, never had a failed violation with DOT. I've got passed every single time. I've made killer money with the company. My home time is great. Are we at? We good? Yeah, we good? My home time is great. I get home. They do what they say they're going to do. Now, is it trucking? Yep. Things happen. You're going to pick up trailers that are bad. You're going to have breakdowns. You might not make it home when you're supposed to make it home. Things happen, y'all. But guess what? When stuff like that happens, it is trucking. But the difference between this company and 1,000 other trucking companies is they allow you to communicate. You can go to them. You're not a number. You get to go to them and say, hey, blah, 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 this is going wrong. I'm not getting my miles. Or they've never forced me to drive a trailer that was bad. They've never put me in a situation. Like this guy was saying they make you run over your hours. Never. They don't ever do that. They're a great company to work for, and I will stand by that 100%, and I'll put my name on it. But whoever started this forum, little butthurt, makes me feel like they're the victim, and that's the problem with today. Everybody out here in the world are victims. So if you are on this page, you started this page, why don't you just say your name and let's talk about it? Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can coach you. Maybe I can find out what the problem was, so maybe you don't make that same problem in the future at another company. The problem is we don't want to look ourselves in the mirrors anymore. We want to say, hey, it's their fault. It's the dispatcher's fault. It's the driver's fault. It's this. Look yourself in the mirror and say, what can you do to make it better? Did you pick up a trailer that was bad and you drove it anyway? Why didn't you get it fixed? Are you telling me that you picked up a trailer in Rosedale and Rosedale refused to fix it? I don't think so. I think you didn't do your pre-trip right. More than likely you got caught out here on the road and got in trouble because you weren't doing your job. I could be wrong, okay? But if I'm not, then say it. Instead of just pointing the fingers, why don't you talk about your problems instead of just starting a forum for what? What do you get out of that? For disgruntled problems? It just makes you bad. It doesn't solve the problem. So if you're a disgruntled employee, why don't you put your name out there and say what happened? Instead of, let's start a bass pro. Where you go, there's going to be issues. There's going to be breakdowns. It's going to happen. Maybe you're not meant to be a truck driver. You thought about that? But instead, you want to play the victim card. And that's the problem, is everybody wants to play the victim. And that's with everything. Stop crying about it. Look in the mirror and what can you do different? Was you the problem? Maybe so. I guarantee you go to another trucking company, you're going to complain about them too. You go to another trucking company, you complain about them too. There's those people that are just never, ever happy. And instead of trying to fix themselves, they always want to blame somebody else. You know what? I refuse to go through life as a victim, okay? I'm not going to be a victim. If they're a problem, I'll leave and I'll go somewhere else. If Rosedale acts wrong, I'm gonna leave them. I'm not gonna cry about them. Spend all this energy and time on fixing yourself or fixing the problem, or think about the energy that you spent in the middle of the night last night writing all these posts because your butt hurt, because you got fired, or because you got in some trouble. You had to do something really bad probably to get fired from Rosedale. I guarantee it. I've seen some stuff happen here, and I'm not on Rosedale, but come on now. What did you do? I've tried to make comments. I've made comments and said, hey, what happened? You know, say your name. Nope. Want to call me names and want to call me job boy and all that, but I just speak the truth. I'm going to be 100 no matter what, and if I got a problem, instead of putting it out there, I'm going to go to my dispatcher. I'm going to go to the operations manager. I'm going to go to the safety manager. I'm going to go to the VP, Rick McNabb. I'm going to go to Keystone. I'm going to go to somebody to get my problem. But instead, you want to cry about it. So it makes me think, unless you say different, it makes me think you're a slacker and you're a victim. Because you don't come out here and say, hey, this is the problem. So go ahead and make your little post, but I want to go ahead and make this link right here known. If you want to come to Rosedale, they're a great company. Call 706-226-1003. Ask for Tina. Tell me boy Sean sent you, and come over here and get some miles. It's got 80% drop and hook. You make killer money. Money's great. Miles are good if you're not a slacker. But if you're a slacker and you complain and cry all the time, then maybe we're glad you're not at Rosedale, because all you're going to do is keep me from getting a raise. You're going to take loads from me and then sit on them and be late when I could be getting them. So, hey, I'm glad you're gone there, slacker. Appreciate you watching. Hey, if you're new to my channel, come over here, Trucking Life with Sean. Subscribe, and I'll teach you what it's like to be a real truck driver. Get it.